All right, we're a couple of minutes late, but wanted everybody to be able to socialize after that. Like to where you go? I like leaning back. But want to call the Human Resources Committee meeting to order. President's myself, Philip Heatherly, Vice Chair Shane Eaton, Denny Gillespie's here with us tonight, Sandy Wisdom's here, and Sandy Newton. We have a full house. Happy everybody to be here with us. We will be discussing the EMS transition to a 24/72 schedule, but we didn't get the agenda meeting prior to this, really not a committee meeting. Would like us to have a prayer and say the pledge before we get started. If y'all would like to stand. Shane, would you lead us in the prayer?
Yeah. Bow our heads. Father God, we are truly thankful for letting us come together and decide what's best for our county. And we ask you just give us the thoughts and knowledge to do what's best, and just continue to work on us, Lord, and just continue to bless our county.
Y'all face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're all facing
Everybody, you got two options.
We got enough in the room.
Sorry. Okay, looking at that one. Well, that's what I turned everything down. Oh, we're gonna go.
I usually do that, but chairing, I was.
I didn't even notice that.
I didn't the last time. I sat there and watched that halftime and realized I was looking at the wrong one.
All right, so y'all see the agenda discussion, the transition to 24/72. I do want to say thanks to Michelle to be messing with this, and thanks also to Ms. Tees. I'm sure she's been working on this also, on the getting this together. It's nice to get a policy going before we jump into something and get blindsided. So with that said, we have this in front of us. We can look at it, and I expect Michelle can speak to it a little bit for us.
I will.
Thank you.
When we went to everybody and told them, that if we could get a serious conversation about the 24/72s, that it's gonna cost a lot of money. So we had to think of ways that we could bring that cost down. And, by, adjusting their time off, their sick time, their pay scale, their holiday pay. It's just small ways that we can keep that cost down as much as we can. We've tried to lay it all out here so you can understand it. If you don't, I'll be glad to try to explain it. On the back page is, Brandy said, we need a scale for each employee, like how many years of service that they have, what their pay rate would be at that years of service. So we have that on the back page. And it's about the same as what they had, except like they had to adjust it so that they wouldn't take a big major loss in their income with the 24/72 hours, because they will work less.
And a lot of it kind of helps itself in a way too, right? So the hours worked equal to if you're making so many hours per 8-hour day,
Yeah.
you're working less
Yes.
hours. So some of that kind of offsets, and
Yes.
then what you've done is done a little more than that. And they were all feel like you have
Yes.
they're all happy with the.
Well, they haven't seen all of this, but we went into this telling them everything. It's gonna cost you a little bit. You have to expect that, you're working less. So, and everybody agreed. Nobody said, no, I don't want that. So.
A lot of like sick time, stuff like that, even vacation. So it's easier to have a 5-day vacation when you're off 3 days.
Yes. And it just cut it by 2 hours. Let's say the first 5 years, it just cut it by 2 hours.
Yep.
And then 6 to 10 years, it cuts it 3 hours. The sick leave, they get 24 hours at this time every month for sick leave. That will be cut to 12 hours. They'll still get their birthday. Their holiday pay will change. What we do now is if you work the holiday, you get 24 hours at overtime. And if you don't work, you get 8 hours, as long as you work the day before or the day after the holiday, like everybody else. Our proposed holiday pay will be, if you work the holiday, you get 24 hours at straight pay, which if you look at their pay rate, it's about the same as what they make now in overtime. So, and they will lose that 8 hours pay if they don't work.
Yeah. Looks to me like you've worked through that quite a bit, so Christie, do you have anything that you need to add or ask or add to any of this? Y'all see anything that jumps out at y'all that needs to be addressed, committee?
Yeah, I
Okay.
have some issues, I have some questions.
Okay.
So, how much of a pay cut are they taking?
Well, it depends on, I don't have Brandy's numbers from what she has figured, because she figured all those numbers from us. Some people it was 5%, some people it was less. I think the more years that you have, the more you take a cut.
By
Because they have less to
percentage,
lose.
Yeah. I see.
I would really like to know that.
Oh, yes, you know.
Because here's the reason I'm asking, because, I mean, 5% or more, pay cut, you might lose people. Right?
I don't think so.
They're
Because
working a third less.
When
I
we
understand that they're working a third less, but I'm just saying,
When we did this scale, we looked at Marshall County and we looked at Giles County. And in comparison, they will still make more than those two counties put together, so.
okay. Next question I have is why would we cut their sick leave in half? There's no-
Well, Shane, when you do the 24/72, you average for the year 42 hours a week. So that's 2 hours more than what everybody else that works, that get 8 hours. So, and, you're not working as much, so,
But you're penalizing them to now they're going to have to take 2 sick days or 2 times for one 24-hour shift.
yeah. But that's the way, we didn't make this stuff up ourselves.
Yeah,
We
but how
just,
could you work it out any other way?
Just leave it at 24 hours. They work 24 hours.
But they probably won't have to use as many days.
Correct.
Because they have all
3
these days
Because
off.
they have all these days.
Look, I
off.
understand, I've been in this a long time, I understand that. But I don't understand why we're penalizing them certain things, I don't agree with that.
But you're giving them more time off to
True, but you're
compensate.
penalizing them 2 days to be sick.
I mean, to me, that's one of the things one of the pros of working the schedule.
How much overtime would you say? By them working,
well,
Could be.
are we gonna save any?
yeah,
It could be. I think you're
So
gonna
then
have
why
people
give
not
them
taking
24?
off because they're not
Because they're-
24/48.
Right,
But-
so why not give
and,
them
and the-
24-hour sick time?
well, we can. That was just one of the ways that we thought could save money,
No,
because they're only working 2 more hours a week than she does.
Yeah.
And they're still getting 4 hours more, or me, or Christie.
Mhm.
I know it's a shift thing.
And everybody agreed with
So
it?
Sandy, what would you say if we cut yours to 4 hours? You gotta take 2 days to.
If
Yeah,
I
but I
didn't, if I
understand.
didn't work 5 days a week,
I'm just
that
saying,
would be different.
no, I'm
Yeah.
just saying,
You-
we could cut everybody's sick time in half and make them use 2 days to take one day off.
But you're giving them something in return. It's not like you're taking it from them and not.
Let's just say.
Sandy,
They're
probably,
working
if we
24
we'll
hours.
leave your pay the same and let you off on Tuesdays and Thursdays and take some sick time, you'd say yes, right?
I mean, you know,
Well, I'm sorry, I'm
I
not
see,
gonna.
I
I'm not
kinda
gonna
see
do
both sides of
Yeah,
I
that.
do too.
It's a
Yeah.
24-hour shift, they're working 24-hour shifts. And they're having to work 24 hours, they're not freaking, they don't get to sleep all the time. Where other people would work 8 hours and get to go home and sleep.
That's true.
Now, I mean, no
And
disrespect
that's-
to anybody that works in an office, because I know their job is hard too. I'm just saying,
That was just a proposal. I mean, it doesn't,
you know, I don't like that, because I think you're penalizing them. Yeah, they are working less time, that's fine, I mean, I understand all that, and that's great, we should have done this a long time ago.
Now, what we're looking at is changing from 24 hours a month to 12 hours per month. And they're working a third less hours, right?
So are you gonna cut their current, what they have already?
no, they'll get to keep what they have.
Because they've been working 24, 48.
And if you didn't abuse it, you've got bukus of it. MJ, you could probably be off 3 years.
That's what I'm saying. MJ's retiring in 3 years, he's taking off today.
I was another one of your employees, and when I retired, I had quite a bit of sick leave. Matter of fact, I think you'll probably cut me a check worth about $7,000-8,000, and then nothing but sick leave.
No, it goes to your retirement, it goes to TCRS. You
Yeah,
don't get
it
a
does.
check.
It
Well,
goes.
they could have checked it.
They could have checked me. I thought it was because I had some, I had about, no telling how many years.
It'd be vacation or comp time, because
Maybe.
all your sick time goes to
I
TCRS.
don't think I had that much in there, but I maybe I did. But I had.
Well, now we're gonna
years
have to
of
look
sick
into it,
time.
Anthony.
Yeah.
We can do it. That money does get spent, so look into it.
That's something so weird.
Yeah, go ahead, Will.
So, not to mean this bad to anybody, make anybody mad, I'm just gonna tell you what I think. You're sitting here looking and trying to compare 2 different jobs, 2 different worlds. I work in an office 5 days a week now. I used to work on an ambulance. You cannot compare them. I don't care what you think. You cannot compare them. But you're sitting here and go, oh, we're going to go to 24/72. Everybody's looking at it. You're giving these people more time off. Go right on an ambulance for 24 hours. Drive it from here to Nashville 4 times in a shift. Then come back. Take 2 days that you need to spend with your family. Then go the next day and do the same thing again. And I promise you, you will change your mind. This isn't benefiting them to give them an extra day off. What we're looking at, oh, we're going to save money here. It's absolutely ridiculous. When you have to work the shifts that they work and how they work, burnout is not even explainable at that point. So think about when we're looking at, well, we're going to save money, we're going to cut their vacation pay, we're going to cut this. When it's your family that gets in the back of an ambulance and they're having to drive them to Nashville and they're burnt out because they ain't slept, because we're running them ragged on a 24, 48-hour shift and they're picking up extra shifts. What do you think's going to happen when we go to 24/72 and you cut their pay, you cut their benefits? Well, if somebody's out, they're still going to try to pick up them shifts. So you're still going to have the burnout, but you're sitting here penalizing the people that's working for you.
And I have to say, I had to add to that, because no disrespect to anybody, but I understand y'all want 24/72s, and I understand y'all, we need to save money, we need to save money so we can sell it. No disrespect, you shouldn't be saving money to sell it. The burnout and the morale should be the sellers. And I understand where you're coming from, I know you're trying to sell it, because that's what they want to do. But just like he said, ain't nobody else getting in the back of that ambulance for 24 hours. They don't understand.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough job.
So, I mean, the utmost respect to the people that come up with this, and to come up with the 24/72s, but saving money is not everything. At some point, you gotta do what you can for your employees.
So are you open to changes on whatever on this?
Oh, absolutely.
I make the motion
Then
to make her sick leave 24 hours. Leave it at 24 hours a month.
So sick leave, Shannon want to make it
Get a
from
second.
12
I'm making the motion.
to 24, so we need to make a motion and a second to approve this, and then we need to make the motion to change it, correct? That's how that should be
No,
working.
we change
necessarily
it,
have
then
to do
we
that.
change it, and then we approve it.
That's right.
Okay, that's
That's
fine.
changed.
Then I have a motion to change from 12 to 24 hours. Do I have a second? I have a motion to change from 12 hours per month sick leave to 24. Do I have a second?
I gotta say something else.
Go for it.
I don't wanna shortchange anything. But my question still is, why did they agree with it? Why did everybody agree? And somebody tell me.
MJ, what do you think? If y'all, it's okay.
I have no problem with that. Huh?
Well,
He's wearing the shoes. We have to say what he thinks.
yeah, one thing, talk about hours, Will brought up. If you work a 40-hour week, everybody works 28. I mean, that's what it is, 28. Well, on our schedule, we work 2,908 hours a year. I mean, we work 900 hours more. But we had, like Michelle said, a lot of us hadn't seen this, so we don't know a whole lot about this yet. I mean, there's been a lot of talk about it, So we hadn't really know what fully it is. But on the 24, on the sick time, that's the question. I'm kind of like Shane is in a roundabout way. One person gets 8 hours. You get a day a month. That's why it's always been here since I've started. And I don't know how it is anywhere else. Is the whole county get 1 day of sick? Is that how it is?
8
And
hours.
that's what I always, to me, that's where I was like, okay, but I understand, I could lose a little bit. I'd be okay to be, now will we agree or get, well, me and her talked about it a little earlier. I'm like, well, but
Can somebody tell me how much money we're talking here? What's the difference?
I can't, you're talking half the hours of sick time depending on how much they leave, how much they bank, and how much you put into their retirement. I mean, I think the only way to look at it is number of hours used. That they can use to be off and someone else does cover them with overtime pay.
Well,
Yeah, Christie. Oh,
I'm all for saving money. But there's a point where you reach the fact that you're not actually saving any money, you're causing yourself a problem.
understand that, Christie?
Right, and guys, listen, it's not anything to me, okay? So I was just putting it down on some paper here. So just say your 5-day week, okay? So I just put down Monday through Friday, because say they work Monday, they're off 72 hours. Okay, so you got your Monday through, they're gonna come back on shift Friday. So if they need a week off, because they got the flu, they're gonna use 48 hours. If I have to take off that same week for 40 hours with the flu, I'm gonna use 40 hours. I get 8 hours a month. It takes me 5 months to earn that 40 hours. And I think this is where that's coming from, that other counties have done and decreased their sick time, because then if you've given them 24 hours a month for that week, then it's only taking them 2 months to recoup those days. If they're on a 12-hour shift and they have to take off that week, it's gonna take them 4 months. It's gonna take me 5 months to earn that time, it would take them 4. I think that's where it's coming from.
Thank you. Yeah, because I looked at it that way.
But once again, it goes back to the job that you're working. I mean, what would the sheriff say if we cut y'all sick time in half?
If you cut our hours where we only work less, then we'd burn less sick time. I wouldn't have a problem with it, as long as,
I don't think so. I mean, you're gonna
You
burn
know-
more sick time because you have to take 2 shifts to cover one.
but like she said, she's gotta use more of her days than I will.
That's because she has to accrue less. She works 8 hours. She's getting exactly what she works.
You're trying to equate hours
That's what it
and
is.
full days, and you can't. You've gotta look at it as either shift or as hours.
Okay?
Not
So they work a
mix and
24-hour
match the
shift.
day.
They should get 24-hour sick time. That's what they
I
work.
mean, I don't have a dog in the race, but if you said to me, we'll cut your sick time down, but you're gonna have more days off where you have to use less days to take a week of sick time, then I wouldn't have a problem with it. Now, just to cut me down and leave me where I still have to use 5 days worth, I wouldn't be for that, but if I didn't have to use as much, take it, then if you make sense of what I tried to tell you, but.
I got you. So we do,
Okay.
any other discussion on it?
Yeah, I've got enough.
Go for it, because I don't wanna ask the last time if we're gonna have a second.
About the money. Can you tell me how much you're gonna be able to cut your budget if you do what you're gonna do here?
I would,
How many dollars?
I'm not sure. Brandy figured all of the payroll.
See, I don't want to sit up here and
And
argue about
that's the
$10,000
majority of our budget is
over a
payroll.
year, you know?
Well, how about us compromise and give them 16 hours per month? And that's just a suggestion.
There you go. Denny, I can, for me, my hourly rate is right at 20. Real close, I think it's what it is, it's not 20 an hour. 12 hours times 12, 12 months, times 20, is 2,880. That's what I wouldn't be, I mean, if you put it on money, it's less than 3,000.
If you took every one of your sick hours.
If you took the 12 hours of sick hours
My next
from me.
question is, if he takes 2 days off, how many are we paying in overtime? 2 or 1?
Just one.
We're paying
Well-
24 hours overtime to cover
If,
2 hours of
if
sick
it's
time,
not
or
a part-time person,
times
if
that.
it's part-time, it's be just straight pay.
You're still paying 24 hours for a person that's having to take 2 days off, or a 24-hour shift.
This pay scale, this is the new pay scale if they go to the 24/7?
Yes, yes. And it's by years of service. The numbers out to the left is years of service. And the way we figure that is you get 1 complete point for each year that you work for Lawrence County. And then if you come to us, if we have an opening, you come to us and you've been in EMS for 10 years, we only give you half credit for those. Like if you had 10 years, you would start out at level 5. You get half of what, yes. And then you would move up as your years, as, you know, the years that you are here.
All right, so I'm gonna ask one more time. I wanted to give plenty of time. Do I hear a second on changing from 12 hours sick time to 24? Fails because of lack of second. So, I'm gonna just say this. So, the way I look at it is I feel like that Michelle has stepped out and put this together for us, helping with Brandy, and I feel like Christy's been involved with this too. Have you been involved with this?
I'm not gonna take any claim.
Okay.
I
Well,
mean,
how
Michelle
I've
and Kate work on
always
that.
been, for the 7 years I've been around this commission, is we're expecting a director to take hold of their department, come up with a policy that they need, know what their people need, know what their people want. I feel like Michelle has went out and found what she thinks will work with her department. If she thinks something on here needs changed, then I think she knows that I feel the same way as Shane does in a way. and I've said this sitting in y'all's building, I don't wanna see y'all give up anything to get 24/72, because I feel like you deserve it, and that's what you need. I've talked to, about said names, I've talked to some of your employees, and know that they're dealing with a lot of things. I know one of them that will just go home, and the only thing that happens is she goes home and stays, and then she just comes back to work, because she sees too many things, and she don't wanna be out of the house, don't want her kids to leave, that is dog to leave. But the thing is if she feels like this is what they need, then I think that's what I would like to recommend the committee do. Now, if there's something on here that you think is a push, will make a mess, will make you have problems, then by all means, let's change it now. I think Shane's proved that he don't want to take anything from them. Y'all know that I don't want to take anything from the ambulance service. So if there's something we need to change, let's change it. If there's something if this is exactly what you believe it needs to be, then I would look for a motion to just pass it. She is the director and she knows her people.
This would give the employees time enough to look it over too, right?
Well, I'd hope so. I would expect the ones that I know that I'll get a phone call if they don't like this thing, just telling you. So I feel like Michelle's probably had conversations surrounding this with them and knows there's not gonna be somebody burning the place down, right?
Shouldn't.
Okay, so that's my gut instinct. Now, so at the same time, I wanna reiterate, if there's something you think that will be a sticky thing that we've got asking for here, now's the time we can change it before it even goes out. If there's something you have a question about, let's fix it.
Well, you know, they don't wanna give up anything, but they're
Okay.
willing to do those things.
Well, I don't have a
I'll say
finger
more
on what the
comment.
commission,
You get that.
what the commission thinks. I can't say how, Danny, Wayne, anybody's gonna vote on the proposed budget, I don't know. But I feel like there's a pretty good chance that 24/72 will pass. That's out of two committees I've been in and kind of hearsay. So I don't wanna see y'all cutting your throats for anything. We had that conversation, keep the fifth truck, don't say anything about going away with that, you know.
Yeah.
All right, Shane, go ahead.
So I'm for the 24/72, okay, for the record, I am. But when y'all lay down, MJ, and y'all say, I'm good with all this, and I'm willing to do all this stuff, you're hurting yourself in the long run. Okay? That goes for you too, Miss Michelle. I'm telling you, you can negotiate, we need this 24/72s, but if we're willing to compromise, and you're hurting yourself in the process,
Yeah.
it's not worth it. Stand up for yourselves. It's time for people to start standing up for something. And it's really sad that people in here can't get over their self. Well, I don't work this, I don't work that. You picked your job. Stand up for it.
I will say one other thing. This is a policy and that can be changed at any point in time. I may not be the one sitting up here smacking the gavel on the table, but there'll be an HR committee and you can come back to it and Christie can help change whatever. So if we do get weighted into this and we say, holy crap, we didn't realize that was gonna hurt them that way, then I think that you have a group of commissioners that are on here that, at least three of them probably still be here after me and Shane, neither one will be in the same, might be in a different role, but not on the committee. So with that all being said, one more time, if there's anything you'd like to change, let's change it.
I don't see anything,
Right.
unless y'all wanna change make the sick time 24 hours.
Apparently not.
That was just a suggestion,
Okay.
you know.
All right, well then, if we're all happy with that, then I'd entertain a motion to approve this policy for the 24/72 of the EMS department.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll see.
All in favor? Any opposed?
No.
We have 3 for, 1 against. So it passes. All right, now we have an opportunity for any other business. Is there anything else that needs to be brought in front of the HR committee? then I'm looking for a motion.
adjourn.
I have a second. You don't have to have a second on it.